Today on the channel, GIJOE June delivers its final surprise with the Cobra Officer G.I. Joe Classified series.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another G.I. Joe Classified unboxing and review. And today, GIJOE June goes out strong. It's the last day of June. I get a special package at my door, and what is it? Well, of course, it is the Cobra Officer. But for all your G.I. Joe Classified needs and a whole lot more, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below, and that's exactly what I did, exactly where I got Cobra Officer from. Very excited about another G.I. Joe member in the lineup here. As you guys know, I love me some G.I. Joes. It's been a fun GIJOE June. Last year there was a lot of complaints. Who are we fooling? This year there was a lot of complaints. But man, we got releases. We got the G.I. Joe movie back in theaters. We got a little peek under the tent of what's coming in the future. And then of course we got the G.I. Joe HasLab His Tank, which funded in like 8 hours. Obviously, all-time high for G.I. Joe. There's a lot of people digging G.I. Joe, hopefully as much as I am right now. So I'm here for this. I'm here for this all day long. And an army builder, a lot of people are here for. We see that before with bats. We've seen it with the Cobra Trooper. We've seen it with the Alley Viper. And we'll see it with future releases as well. But speaking of releases, this release right here, guess what? We're going to do it like we do all the other videos on the channel. We're going to take a look at the package. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. And then we're going to see where it goes from here. So let's take a look at the Cobra Officer, an old school favorite back in the day for us 3 3/4 collectors as a kid. I loved me some Cobra Officers and the Troopers as well. I never did build an army as a kid. It never even crossed my mind to be an army builder. I never thought about it. I'd be interested if you were 6, 7 years old saying, oh, I need 4 or 5 Cobra bats. Did you ever think that way? I don't know why I never did. But I'm confessing my sins right now, so there it is. But there it is, packaging, we know it, we're used to it. We will see changes to it. We've seen some of the plastic-free packaging coming in the future. So this one, I guess, enjoy the plastic while you can. I don't know. G.I. Joe Classified, Cobra Officer, little artwork action, big window, a lot of accessories as we see with the Joes and the Cobra figures in this line for sure. Number 37 in the line, and if you guys watched my video on the channel of me going to the G.I. Joe movie, I showed some clips, did a little bootlegging in the theater, I guess, and we saw Emily and Lenny talking about 2023, we will pass over 100 figures in the line, so a lot of Joes to look forward to. Get your wallet ready is what I'll say. Got all the stuff you can go online and look, not for me as you guys know. And then we got some artwork there, very cool with the Night Ravens, it looks like, flying ahead, yep. We're going to get those in HasLab. I don't know about that, but you never know. One day, possibly. But cool enough artwork there. And then we got the big artwork on the back. Of course, no file card. We know that. We got warnings, UPCs. But I do love that they add to the picture with new characters come in. Flint, a little bit small for my liking. Probably should be up front, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. But very cool packaging. So without further ado, let's get this guy out of the package. Let's see what all the fuss is about with him. And of course, we got that Cobra background. We know it. We love it. We want some more of it. Up high. See you later. Now we get the Cobra Officer in the plastic prison. There he is right there. All kinds of accessories with this one. I'm going to have to play around with it, but I'm very excited to see what he's up to. And we're going to pull it out slowly. With all these little pieces, you got to be careful. You don't want to lose anything. That is for sure. Nothing worse than knocking something off your table and losing it forever. And it's happened before, and then you find it, and it's just, I don't recommend it. I'm sure we've all been there. I'll get the old knife out. Looks like a little scope, I think. We'll see. There it is. We're off to the races. Up high. See you later. There it goes. And let's break down the accessories right now here. What do we got? I guess we'll start with a knife. Of course, a lot of knives in the G.I. Joe Classified. This one's no different. It's probably, yep, sits on his holster on his thigh. Nice silver blade at the top. Nice black down here, nice handle, got a nice sculpt to it as well. So it's your by the numbers knife for sure, but it does look very good. One thing I do love about all these G.I. Joe Classified figures, the majority, if not all of the weapons are storable on the figure. So that is a great talking point, or a great point of the figures, I guess we'll say. We do have the helmet, of course. We got a nice little Cobra Officer emblem here. Very cool helmet, very similar to the Cobra Troopers. And of course, later on in the video, we'll compare him to some Cobra Troopers. You got to do that for sure. But all blue there, very similar to the ones we've already got with a different emblem, of course. We got a little blaster pistol here. This reminds me a lot of Han Solo's blaster pistol, of course, Star Wars, but it is, of course, different here. But it's all black, no extra color to it, nothing like that. We do got a hole at the end of the barrel where maybe you can put some effect pieces in. So if you've got some effects for maybe your Marvel Legends or some future Joes that are coming, I think that Viper pack comes with some effect pieces. You'll be able to slide them in here on there. And I'm sure that does fit, once again, on his holster, on his belt. So very, very cool with that. Now we get this very cool weapon here, and it does come with a, I believe, magazine. You guys know I'm not a big weapons guy, but I believe it's called a magazine, and it does fit in right there. To me, I don't need this as a separate piece. I'm okay with this sculpted in and staying in. I'm not even sure which way it goes. I think it does go the opposite way. Yeah, I think so. I think it goes this way. That's what I'm going to say. But choose your own adventure. You want to go the other way? Hey, who's to stop you? Once again, all black on this, but you do get a little brown, almost like a leathery look down here. But that is very cool. And then, like I said, you do get an extra magazine piece. Oh, and maybe that goes up top, I guess. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure, but there is a spot up top, so I guess you could put it in there. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what it looks like, a scope on the side. But it does click in here. Once again, much like the magazine, I'm okay if they had this in here. I don't need that separate. You guys sound off in the comments what you think. You need that separate? Is it that big of a deal to you? Definitely not for me. Get the extra magazine. I don't think it goes on this gun anywhere. Oh, might take that back. Looks like it could fit in the side. Yeah. Is that right? That looks goofy to me. I don't know. I'm going to have to play around with it. But it does fit here, but maybe that scope fits here too. Choose your own gun adventures. Get some wild times with the gun here. And you guys know, these unboxings we pulled out, we get our first impressions. We got to figure it out together. But once again, all black gun, no extra colors. I like the brown on that one. I think a little silver something here would make this pop a little bit better. But 3 weapons with this guy and then a knife, so a total of 4 weapons. He is loaded for bear. He's ready to throw down as needed. You do get a holster for him. Is this a backpack? Yep, this is a backpack. So you just get a holster. You can put the weapon in there, and it is what it is. Not a big backpack like we're accustomed to with a lot of the Joes. A little bit smaller, but it gets the job done, we'll say. It gets the job done, but it does look good. Now we're going to break down the figure. We're going to get down to it here, and of course we're going to have some reuse from that Cobra Trooper. It just makes sense. And I do have those guys right here. Now, we did get a Cobra Island and a regular version of these guys. And this is the officer that's going to boss these guys around is what we're going to have here. But very, very good looking figures. This does look similar, but also does look different here. And I guess we'll start breaking the figure down. We do get the more dark skin behind the eyes. Very similar to, I believe, the Cobra Island version was the one that had the dark skin. I could be wrong, could be mixing them up, but it does have the darker skin, a very tan color instead of the really bright white on the first version. But we do got the mask going on. Of course, he was built during COVID time, so he's got his COVID protocols on. He's got his mask way ahead of the curve back in the 80s, as we know. We do got the helmet, and then, of course, you can throw the officer helmet right on top of that. And, man, he's off to the races with that. So that is a very, very good look. But you can pull that off. Very different than the olden days where it was on and that was it. But nice sculpting. You got the white there. White. How about blue? We'll call it blue, the color blue here. And then you got the black on the side. And you can feel the kind of ribness of the black on the side. So that does look really good. Feels good as well. Pop this helmet back on where it will stay. And then he does have a tactical vest going on. It is a separate piece. It is over there. It does not seem to be removable, so you cannot remove that. But nice colors to it. You got some grays and black attacks going on. You do have pockets down here. None of them are removable, but you do have pockets throughout. And then, of course, the backpack. You can put this into the back of him. Not the best fit here. I might have to heat it up, or I might have to just cram it in there a little bit tighter, as this does kind of stick out a little bit. Oh, there we go. You just got to really push it hard, and it does back itself out. So I might have to play with this a little bit. But it still does look fairly good. And, you know, I was talking about all those magazines and all that kind of stuff not working. Well, he's got a tactical belt here, and you got spots for a lot of things on here. So we've got 1, 2, 3. You can hold all this stuff on the side. Of course, the knife on the side. A lot going on there. And then the belt is free-flowing over the top. Articulation, of course, the head. We know all about the head movements and things like that. You do get a bicep cut. You do get double-jointed elbows. They are not pinless. You do get a forearm cut. You do get the hand cut. You got trigger hand. Doesn't look... Yeah, we get some up and down there. Very little, though. The forearm guards kind of block some of that. And, of course, the shoulders up, down, all around like we're used to. Do we get any... Yeah, we get a good ab crunch there. I was just trying to figure out where the ab crunch was in this guy. But we get a good ab crunch with him as well. So a lot of articulation. Of course, we got the G.I. Joe drop down hips. You got the waist that does turn. You get the thigh cut. You do get the double jointed knees. Nice knee pad guards here, is that what we'll call them. You do get the boot cut, and then of course you do get the ankle articulation as well. Got a nice little buckle down on his boots. Very fashionable. I think these are Doc Martens on him. Who knows? But a very, very strong figure, and then you get the silver kind of emblems. I guess this is maybe verifying his rank in the Cobra officer land, and then you do get the big Cobra symbol right here in his chest in silver, where you do get it in red in these. So very, very cool. You're going to need a couple of these. If you army build these a big time, you might need 2 or 3 officers kind of leading the way for these guys. But man, I am here for this all day long. More army builders, more Joes, the better. We even got a little bit of butterfly. I did miss that too, playing with the shoulders. Oh, there it is. It popped the other one. But we do got butterfly joints on here as well. So there is a lot going on in this figure. Very easy to miss some of this stuff. And honestly, very easy to lose some of this stuff. A lot of small pieces here. You got to be careful. You don't want to knock any of this stuff off. You don't want to lose any of it. But like I said, I do like that you can store a lot of this stuff on the actual figure. I do think that is just a genius version for the Joe team, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are like me. We hate having baggies of parts and baggies of figure things and getting mixed up and having to search through what we're looking for, as most of the time, 99% of the time, I figure out what version I like the best, and that's how it stays forever. I don't ever go back and forth. Maybe you're different, but that's how I do it. But man, do I like this figure. Very cool, very fitting end to Yo Joe June, where we got what, the Retro Baroness I unboxed on the channel this month. Of course, Croc Master, Spirit, Storm Shadow, Python Patrol Viper, Cobra Officer. A lot of Joe talk, a lot of Joe discussion in July or June. Hopefully July, you never know. Super 7 might surprise us, but June here, really did enjoy Yo Joe June. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as me. But in the comments below, let me know your thought on the Cobra Officer. How many you picking up? How many troopers do you got? Are you excited for this one? Let me know your thoughts on this guy. Just a lot going on here. And I do notice here while we're going, I'm finding out new stuff as we go. He's got the little arm badge thing, very similar to over here, but different color once again. But that is a free-flowing piece. So a lot of surprises with this Cobra Officer. And that makes you just enjoy it a little bit more. You find something new all the time with this guy. But like I said, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, like this video. You made it this far. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We're unboxing all things G.I. Joe here on the channel, as you guys know by now. Of course, follow along on Patreon for this video, many other videos early, and of course, best way to support the channel, as you guys know, is through the Patreon. SirPaul64 is where you can find me at Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So for a couple of troopers and an officer, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.